Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us today for another happy hour one-stop shop with Mario Quintero, sponsored by marioshomenews.com. I'm really happy to have with us this afternoon one of our longest term members of our team, Claudia Quintero. Welcome. Thank you for taking the time to be with us today. Claudia not only is a senior reverse mortgage loan processor, she's also our office manager. She handles payroll and also known as the Director of First Impressions. So with all that, we're going to start with some information questions that we've prepared for us to bring to our viewers, also potential customers that are thinking about doing a reverse mortgage, and just reverse mortgage information in general. So, how long have you been processing reverse mortgages now?
I think pretty much now is a good 15 years.
Okay, I'm surprised you're still with us. How do you keep up with all the changes that have occurred over the years?
Well, there have been major changes over the 15 years. It started out being a very simple process where you just really had to be 62 and breathe, and to a point now to where you're pretty much close to a regular conventional type of loan, but just that you know at the end that you won't be paying a mortgage fee every month. They have really they really have come down on the borrower in the sense of proving their ability to keep the loan, in the sense of paying their taxes, their insurance, and maintenance fees or whatever they have on the property. That is the biggest thing that helped, that kind of hurt during the certain years that people had the attitude they didn't have to pay their mortgage, so they weren't responsible for taxes or insurances, etc. But that was a big no-no that a lot of people incurred. But today, basically, you still can get the freedom having a reverse mortgage with no monthly payment, and just be responsible for your insurance and your taxes, and you will be able to have that freedom of living and staying in your home and until you're ready to either sell or whenever, and have that extra cash for good things in your retirement, as far as seeing your grandchildren, traveling, whatever you would like to do. So that's how it's changed over the years.
Okay, so I'm going to take you back a few years from the period 2008 to 2012. I don't know if you remember that we and you kind of spearheaded with the other processors that we were able to save many families from foreclosure. Do you remember how many families we actually were able to save that were in foreclosure, that we were able to stay in the home?
I would say a couple of dozen, and they were the most, of course, rewarding ones, because to be your older years, and medical complications, things that have come your way that puts you behind bills or whatever, and you're faced with a foreclosure and basically nowhere to go. Especially it's not an option today to go rent anything really much cheaper than maybe a lot of these people were paying in their home mortgages. So the ability to keep them from foreclosure was a great ability to see them stress-free again, and that the reverse mortgage for them was truly a blessing. And I know a lot of people that are super grateful for this program, because it did enable them to keep in their retirement years within the home that they love.
So you were pretty close when you said a couple of dozen. It was actually 30.
Wow.
And we were published in the National Reverse Mortgage Lenders Association magazine with how we were able to accomplish that, and you and the girls at the time were able to do a superb job with that program. What is it you like most about processing reverse mortgages and working with seniors?
Well, every situation is unique and different, especially with the years that they have tightened up on the financial assets, and that it makes it a little bit more complicated to get through the process. But the basic thing is the need is there, and what I enjoy is being able to give that person the satisfaction of getting through the process and having that freedom again, to have that peace of mind and ability to have extra money to make it month to month or whatever special things they want to do, and to enjoy. And it's just a good feeling because a lot of the people that you do help are in desperate need, and they really don't have many other options out there for them. So it's a wonderful program and very, very needed, more so I think each and every day with the large amount of people retiring that perhaps don't have a great nest egg to retire with, that their home has been their best asset, and this gives them the ability to have a decent lifestyle in their retirement. So you get a lot of gratification in seeing the people at the end of the process be so happy and relieved. And it just makes us all feel good that we were able to accomplish that.
So we're going into about the 6th year of financial assessment guidelines, and that was a really big change,
Yeah.
probably the biggest adjustment you've had to make. How do you approach a file when you start off with financial assessment?
Well, we have to look really into their basic income, which is like Social Security or whatever their pensions, whatever they have available to them, and do the numbers in the sense that this is a program that will work for them, and you have to overcome a lot of times some other credit problems that they have, but most of the time if you have a legitimate reason, a letter of explanation, there's a lot of give and take in the process that they can go overcome these obstacles, but it's just a little bit more complicated than before, and a lot of times we have people that come back because you can actually do a heck'em to heck'em, as they say, which is like you can refinance your reverse mortgage, because I have customers that from early 2000s to 2014 or whatever, and they have equity more in their homes and they can actually do a refinance, but maybe at the time that they did it, they really didn't have a financial hurdle to go through in the paperwork, so they're kind of like surprised at me that I'm asking them for all this information now. So I just have to explain how the government has reconditioned the guidelines for the reverse mortgage moving forward.
So you've been processing these loans for over 15 years, and you've developed internal relationships with your lender personnel, the account executives, the processors internally. How important is that relationship that you've built over the years when we go through the process?
It's very important. There are just times that you want to do the good fight for your client, and it's guidelines are black and white, and sometimes we have to with common sense overcome some issues that maybe perhaps they weren't, even the lender maybe never was challenged with before, and different things that they don't want to hold back a senior for getting the loan, but there are guidelines that they have to really adhere to. But there are many incidences when I can talk to my AE or people upper management, and then if you have a decent response and can explain situations reasonably with facts and maybe something to back it up, I find most of them do help me to overcome them obstacles and get the loan done. So it's important to have a good communication between the lender and your representative for certain, special situations that come up from time to time.
Okay. What is the most gratifying for you personally in processing reverse mortgages?
Mostly, I have to go back to the fact that, the happiness that you see at the end of the situation when the people are closing, and they're going to do something great with that money, or something that makes them happy, and that's what you would like your retirement to be, something that you look forward to, something that you worked hard your whole life, and then you come to a point where you just want to enjoy life each and every day for as long as you're here. So I get a lot of satisfaction of seeing them being able to accomplish their future goals.
And so, just to recap a little bit, we can do the regular reverse mortgage, which is a refinance.
Mm-hmm.
We can do the HECM to HECM refinance, which is somebody that has a reverse
Right.
and wants to pull out additional equity because the value has gone up. And there's no limit to how many times. I believe we have one gentleman, we've done it 3 times for him, if you remember Lewis.
Yeah, it depends on your, if you're in a hot property area, it could pay out for you, that for sure, yeah.
We've done the HECM for purchase in both a regular purchase and in a purchase inside of a builder development. We've done those. And the last one is...
I don't think people really understand as much the value of a HECM for purchase. I wish we had more knowledge out there. People would be more, realtors would be more aware of the program in the sense, or understand it better, because it really is a great tool, especially if you're a senior who maybe you're going to downsize now, your children are gone, and you take the equity out of your home, you purchase something either equal to, maybe a little less if you're downsizing, and you only have to give like half down, the rest is a reverse mortgage, and then you have no monthly payments, and all that additional money you would have stuck into another property, you could put it in your savings or for a rainy day or for whatever else you would like to do. So it's a great program, and I think not enough people are taking advantage of it. And I just wish that we're going to try to get that out more to the realtors and to people, that they understand that it's really very beneficial for older people not to have all their money just in their asset of their home. They also have lines of credit that you can keep your money in that works better than a bank account. So there's a lot of good opportunities within the different programs that they have.
The last one that it looks like it's starting to make a comeback is the jumbo reverse, or the proprietary reverse, which is for properties that are over $800,000 up to multi-million dollars. And I think you mentioned to me this week that we may have a couple of opportunities in that area with clients that were on hold prior to the COVID-19 that we're going to revisit.
Right.
That product is extremely good also.
It's a great program because the interest rate might run higher than a regular HECM, but your closing costs are a lot less, and it gives you the opportunity to size up in a home if you care to do. It goes up to, what we have now is up to like $3 million. So again, you might have the money, but you could use this as a tool and not put all your eggs in one basket, so to say. You can keep some of your cash liquid and for other things that you like to do, and you can really take opportunity to take advantage of that, which is really a good program as well for whatever your needs are.
So Claudia, thank you for sharing your expertise with us today. In closing, folks, always remember, we're a phone call away. This is Mario Quintero with the One Stop Shop. Today we focused on reverse mortgages, which have increased dramatically over the last few months because of the COVID and economic conditions, not only of the seniors, their security, and also in many cases assisting their children and grandchildren that may have experienced some hardship over the last couple of months. So if you have any questions, if you know someone that's interested in a reverse mortgage and just wants some information, just give us a call here at the office, 305-598-1600, or my cell phone, 305-588-0451. Once again, Mario Quintero, Claudia Quintero with the One Stop Shop, produced by marioshomenews.com. Feel free to share this video to your friends on Facebook and other social medias, and we hope that this has been beneficial and informational, positive for you and your family. Thank you, and have a great weekend.